Alright, hello and welcome back to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. Let's see, and right now we're already in the middle of the fray. Okay, so we've got 134 points, no lives left. I think you get an extra guy at 200 points, so hopefully... Oh god. That's not the way to do it. Of course you gotta have a sewer level. We're playing Ninja Turtles, so most video games I hate when they have a sewer level, but with Ninja Turtles you kind of have to. As long as I can keep on doing the special move, I'm kind of okay. Now I got some mousers. If you can get it right as they're coming out. They usually take 2 hits, but if you do the special move you can get them in 1. There we go. Mousers are great. I love the design of the Mousers. Really memorable episode from the first season when Shredder recruits Baxter Stockman to make the Mousers go after Splinter and the Turtles. And it's weird to think about this now, like going back, like, because the cartoon is kind of like how most people knew the Turtles, so... Oh, jeez. So Baxter Stockman in that one was like this kind of, he was a scrawny white guy who was always like sucking up to Shredder. He originally wasn't a bad guy, he just made these Mousers. Oh jeez, that's gonna be a problem. He made these Mousers and Shredder hired him to weaponize them, and he kind of got sucked into the whole thing. Come here, you. Ugh. Don't latch onto my arm. Ah, you latched onto my arm. Later on, he kind of became more of an actual villain. In Season 2, he was kind of recruited by Shredder again. I think was at the Technodrome, and he tried to kind of double-cross Shredder and turn on him, and Shredder kind of found out about it and overpowered him, and was going to have him killed, and then he got turned into a fly accidentally. And so, after that, he was just a straight-on villain. I love his fly design, too. That was original to the cartoon. It was not in the comics, but... So in the original comics, which I read, you know, back then, he was... Jeez. Oh, now it's going to get backed up here. There we go. Got to get in the pattern. Baxter Stockman was black, and April was his assistant. And she found out that he was using the Mousers to... tunnel into mag vaults and rob them. And when she found out about that, he was going to have her killed, and the turtles save her, and that's how they meet. Here's Baxter Stockman now. You can see he's got his little glasses on, and he definitely looks pretty nerdy. He's going to drop a bunch of Mousers. See if I can take care of a few of these while I take care of him. Jeez, come on. Ooh, extra guy. There we go. So yeah, Baxter Stockman in the original comics was black, and for some reason they made him into this kind of very pasty white guy in the cartoon. And, I feel like for a long time, like, no one knew Baxter Stockman was originally black. But now every incarnation of the Turtles since then, they've kind of stuck to the original design, so he's a black scientist. And, so now it's weird to look back at this, like... And now he's the only version of Baxter Stockman that's white, but even then, you almost don't even think of him as, like, white or black in the original series, because most of the time he was a fly. In Season 2 he was a fly, and from then on, when you see Baxter, he's a fly. But yeah, the 2000... Oh, geez, we're getting some slowdown with all the Mousers and Baxter on the screen. What was I saying? The 2003 cartoon... stuck very close to the original comics, so he was a black scientist, and April worked for him, and he tried to kill her. In the Nick cartoon, he's a black scientist, and he turns into a fly. And there he is as a fly right there, which didn't show up in the arcade game. That's right. Baxter as a fly is a bonus boss in this version. You fight Bebop and Rocksteady in the arcade game, but in this version you fight Baxter. Now we're at the first of 2 exclusive NES levels. This was not in the arcade. Love the music in this one. Love the level. I think it looks awesome. Visually, it looks really very cool. There's some original enemies in here. And the bosses, the 2 exclusive bosses at the end of this level and at the end of the Shogun boss at the end of the kind of Japanese-looking level, were designed by Kevin Eastman, the co-creator of Ninja Turtles. He did them exclusively for this. Now we got some snowman guys. If you beat them, they are robots underneath. They fire these homing-seeking missiles. You don't want to let them get too comfortable here, otherwise they start throwing these missiles everywhere. No, go away. That's what you do, you just gotta tell them no. Be very firm. Ow. So yeah, the Nick Turtles, he was a black scientist and a fly, and then in the recent movies, the live-action mixture CG movies, he was black there too. So now it's weird because Season 1 is the only version they have white Baxter Stockman. So when I was a kid, like, it felt like that was the true Baxter Stockman as far as, you know, my friends and everybody was concerned, but now he's like this outlier. Ooh. I do love his fly design in the 80s cartoon. Not as big of a fan of the fly design from the Nick version. He looks a little too gross. I have his figure, which looks awesome, the 80s version. All those figures, all the Playmates figures were really well designed. They really went crazy. Like, there's so many little details. Most of the time they don't have different paint jobs on them. There's like all these little tiny details and you have to really look to see them, but they're really cool. Don't give them an inch. I gave him an inch. Oh, man. Stupid. There we go. Jeez. So the special move's kind of weird in this game, because, like, you don't... If you press both buttons at the same time, ouch, you won't really do it. You have to almost roll your thumb first on the jump button and then the attack button. If you roll them together, you kind of get the special attack. These ice balls are really... Oh, man. So I've watched pretty much every version of the Turtles. I've never really stopped being a fan. If there's 2 things I'm, like, the biggest fan of, it's Ghostbusters and Ninja Turtles are my 2 huge fandoms. And with both of them, I'm usually very interested. Oh, here's the boss. You get this snow wolf-looking guy. He will throw ice balls at you. Come on. Oh. See if I can get a good jump. Oh man, I missed my jump kick. There. Now I'll throw an ice ball and I'll run away. I feel like it should have connected there. That's pretty much all you do. Just keep on hitting him. When he backs away, just he'll throw an ice ball at where you are, so you just kind of have to move out of the way. I'll notice this circular thing here. I shouldn't have gone for that extra hit. I knew I shouldn't have. That's a weather device. It's a nice callback to Season 1. They actually use that device to control the weather. Krang gives it to Shredder. Look at that, I'm making him drop them before I can throw them. That's cool. Oh, not that time. Thought I had him in a pattern. But in the cartoon, it was a rock soldier that was controlling the weather satellite. But I guess they figured you're already going to fight a rock soldier. Might as well fight someone new. Oof, okay. Really wish I didn't lose that life. I should have been more careful. And the weather satellite is destroyed. And New York is all spring, summer again. Alright, so we'll stop here and pick up next time where we fight Baxter Stockman. See you next time, guys. Thanks for watching.